We are here today with Kiran Brahmandam, who is the founder and the CEO of a company named Gaming Analytics, a new company, an emerging company appropriate for this Emerging Insights series. And first of all, welcome, Kiran.
Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it.
Kiran, tell us the Gaming Analytics story. How did the company start? Where are you now? And what's your vision for the future?
Got it. So I've been in the gaming industry for many years, right? Since 2003. And before I started this company, I was with one of the large systems providers and built a lot of their new innovation, right? On the systems side. But one problem always fascinated me, right? So in these casinos, they collect so much information, right? Whether it's about the slot machines or the players or the hotels or the restaurants, there's so much amount of data. I always felt like the products that are out there didn't really do justice to that amount of information that was collected and then transform into, into knowledge and decision making. So I always wanted to solve that problem, right? So I left the company in 2015. And then I started my first startup in the B2C space, which didn't work out. But I've learned a lot about machine learning and AI during that time. And I'm like, why can't I bring that technology into gaming? And what we do is we make data analytics easy, right? Think of our product as Google for your gaming data, right? So in your personal life, technologies like Search, Alexa, and Siri have fundamentally transformed the way you consume information. But if you come to your business life, especially for these casino operators, you got to go through complicated systems, which requires tons of training, a lot of reports, just basic information is pretty difficult to get. So I thought, why can't I just make the business world like Google, So then we basically started Gaming Analytics and we took all the casino data. We built a search engine on top of it. So now any user across the enterprise, whether you're a CFO or a GM or compliance or an analyst, just type a question and get an answer in seconds, right? So the whole idea was democratize data, but we wanted to make it so easy, like Google, so more people can consume information. And then I had that concept, I went to an ICE show in 2017, presented this concept to literally anybody who wanted to hear on a laptop. And then literally every operator said, if you could pull this off, this is what the industry needs, right? And I started my company in 2017, built the product, and then we use a bunch of machine learning and AI, not only just make it easy to get information, but also help you make some pretty big business decisions, right? As to where to invest your money, which machines to buy, how to forecast for next year, and so on and so forth. So that's how it started, with the passion of how do I make information easy to access to all the users across the enterprise? And that's how this journey started.
And tell us a little bit about Gaming Analytics today, what you do, maybe a little bit about who some of your early clients are and your vision for the future.
Yeah. So in terms of, what we do today, our product is deployed at multiple locations. We're close to about 30 locations across US and in South America, right? And in terms of the features and functions that we provide, in addition to giving easy access to information, we also help operators make decisions like, how do I forecast for next year? Which slot machine should I buy, right? Things like, who are my next set of VIP players? So our software actually predicts who is likely to end up being a high value player, so you could start grooming them. What are some of the anomalies that are happening on the casino floor? So we've basically taken machine learning and AI and made sure that multiple departments across the enterprise can actually run their businesses, much better and much more efficiently, right? In terms of what our vision for the future is to fundamentally transform how decisions are made in the industry using the cutting edge technologies. Like, for example, Frank, in our daily lives, right? A lot of our lives are actually driven by machine learning and AI, whether it is you using Google Maps or ordering, an item or going from one place to another. But then our industry traditionally has been slightly behind in adopting these new technologies to make their decisions and improve their profitability. So we see us as the company that's kind of taking our industry into the world of machine learning and AI. So.
On your website, you say that you are easy, actionable, and affordable. Elaborate on that for a minute.
Yeah. So the easy part is, as I said, it's Google for your gaming data. So I talk to a lot of customers, right? it's unbelievable how difficult it is to get information from the existing systems, right? And if you look at the systems that are running these various operations, they've been built over probably 10, 15 years ago, right? So it's legacy technology, pretty complicated to get information. So we said, I'll just make it like Google. If I give a simple example, somebody wants to know, how a new bank of machines are performing. You got to go run these complicated reports. What if you could just, open up our product and just say, show me my best performing games, and then boom, you get an answer. You don't have to write any code. You don't have to rely on other analysts to actually, build reports for you. Anybody can just type a question, get an answer. And that's the easy part. And what we are seeing with that is even CFOs are using our product. So when was the last time a CFO logged into a systems product? I would bet never. So that's the easy part is, hey, I'm telling you, in your personal life, you take away Google, you cannot live.
Okay.
But, why do we have to actually struggle to get, basic information in our business lives, right? So that's the easy part. In terms of actionable, well, you got all this data. Now, what do you do, right? You got to make decisions out of it. And if you look at the landscape of our industry, it's changing, right? Before, all the decisions were made just based on the slot data. Then they started looking at the players. But now every casino is kind of becoming into a resort, right? Where you have players across multiple channels. Now comes online, sports betting. So what does all of this mean? The amount of data you're collecting is significantly growing. And the traditional method of running reports, doing stuff in Excel is not going to scale. And that's where we come into picture and say, what kind of actions do operators want to make based on the data? And then we insert our technology and give those answers pretty quickly, right? So for example, you take a slot person, a slot director. What do they want to do? They got to figure out what machines to buy, right? We come in and say, well, here are the list of games you need to buy. Here are the list of changes you need to make. You take the marketing person. What do they want to do? They want to basically use their marketing dollars and increase, their profitability. Our software comes in and gives them personalized recommendations on a per player basis and say, here are the offers you need to send to these players. Here is how much money you can save by running these kind of campaigns. And by the way, here are the exact times you need to run these offers. Our software actually automates that decision-making process using machine learning and AI and gets them to their end goal much faster. Right? Third part is affordable, right? I always say, most casinos, spend more Pepsi and Coke is actually sent down the drain than what it costs to buy some of our products. There's a lot of overhead and wastage in a casino. So we come in, when customers sign on with us, they just give us access to their systems, and that's it. We completely take over from that point on, right? So it doesn't cost a lot of installation time. It doesn't cost a lot of resources from their side. Our product is all hosted. It also works on premise. So we take care of managing the systems, backup, free upgrades, and so on and so forth. So the total cost of ownership for the operator with our product is significantly lower than what they pay for all the other systems.
Okay, great. You're a young company.
Mm-hmm.
Put together by some investors and technology people. One of the folks that you have who is a well-known name in the industry, one of your advisors is Dick Hadwell, former CEO of Bally. Tell us who some of your key people are, both maybe as your technology people within the organization, maybe some of your investors.
Got it. So if you look at our team, I think it comprises of like three groups, if I may say, people that are employed by the company. Our customers are actually a big part of our team, and then the investors, right? So in terms of the team that we have now, I've been in the industry for many years. So we have a very good mix of folks who built, products that have generated multi-billion dollars from our previous companies and the operators. And our head of product management, customer service comes from the casino side, right? I built a lot of product, but I've never ran casinos. So to augment that, to complement that, we got guys who actually worked at Penn, Rush Street Interactive, ran marketing for a bunch of Vegas casinos, actually part of our team, right? We got some amazing data scientists with degrees in economics, mathematics from universities like Harvard, Berkeley. So it's a group of people who built many systems products in the past, coupled with very smart data scientists. coupled with, people that have run casino operations, in the past. That's what comprises the gaming analytics team, right? The other important part is I would like to mention is our customers. Our customers have been great. We love talking to them. We love understanding what their problems are and see how we can add value. And they've actually helped us significantly in growing our product and our business. So they're also an integral part of our team. We are like, they also feel pretty happy working with us because they're seeing, our company grow based on their input and their help. And the third part is investors, right? Dick Hadrell is an investor. Eilers, is an investor. Genting Ventures is an investor. And the advantage of having folks like Dick, and as you know, Dick, he's built many multi-billion-dollar companies. He has mentored many, CEOs in the gaming industry. He's got a wealth of knowledge on how to build a company that focuses on customers' needs, listens to them, add value, and grow the business, right? So that's his mentorship has been really, really valuable for me, right? And then the partnership with Eilers, as you know, they've got, they publish a bunch of research reports. Now we're working together on integrating the information they have from 200-300 casinos, and how can we integrate that data into our platform so we can provide, a better service and product to our customers. And then Genting Ventures, they invest in many, many verticals across, they invest in many companies across multiple verticals. They've listened to our story, our goal of transforming how decisions are made in the industry. So they've been with us, as an early investor. And they've also invested in some big companies in the industry like Sightline and so on and so forth. So together, we form a pretty good team, and we're very passionate about, kind of changing how things are done in our gaming industry. So.
Okay, great. If you were to look out 3 or 5 years from now at gaming analytics, what will it look like?
Very interesting question, right? So in 3 to 5 years, I would hope that we have enabled a lot of our customers to actually embrace machine learning and AI to fundamentally change the way, transform the way they run their operations, right? And that customers will feel like, hey, gaming analytics is the de facto AI partner that can not only just help with my slots and my players, but the overall enterprise, data analytics, right, across multiple channels. Right? As I mentioned before, online and sports is a pretty big deal. Now you actually can interact with the player at the slots, at the tables, at the restaurants, at the kiosk, the online sports, the sports book, and so on and so forth. So the complexity of decision making actually is going to increase significantly, and we hope that our customers will see as, oh, get gaming analytics, everything is going to be easy, and we could actually really take care of our customers. So.
The future of your company, does that include maybe being public someday?
Yeah. So in terms of where we are today, we're profitable. In terms of the growth that we want to achieve, we think that we don't our financial projections look pretty good, and we don't need to raise additional capital. Things are going pretty good. We grew our business almost 400%. Our customers went up by 400% this year. But if we decide that to branch out into these new verticals, if we need to grow a little bit more aggressively and raise money, right, that's when we probably would go into that stage. And then hopefully in a couple of years, we get to a stage that we may end up going public. But for now, I think we are self-sustained, and we got enough money or enough revenue that we are making to actually sustain our continued growth.
Okay, great. We covered a lot of ground in a short period of time.
I speak very fast.
Anything else you would like folks to know about gaming analytics?
Well, what I want you guys, at least in the audience, especially the customers listening or watching this interview is, so we love to talk to you guys, right? We love to talk to you guys, understand your problems, understand what the opportunities are, and actually kind of tell you how machine learning and AI can help your business, right? And we got some amazing tech. I think seeing is believing it. Even though you're happy with the current products that you have, come and just take a look at us. Some of the things that we are doing with the data analytics side, how fast you can get information, how fast we can actually make your employees productive. It's mind blowing, right? So my request to all of the audience watching this video is, give us a call, talk to us, we would love to have a chat. So,
Okay, well, on that note, it's very interesting overview, Kiran, and thank you for your insights.
no, I appreciate it, Frank. I appreciate this time and the opportunity. Yeah, so.